Welcome back to my channel and to this week's Plan With Me. This week we are planning the week of March 9th through to the 10th, 11th, 12th, the 15th. March 9th to March 15th. Sorry, I didn't actually have, I've got my planner here in front of me and I don't have any date dots on this particular spread, which is fantastic. So just taking you through the kit that I'm using this week, which is a Stella Bow Sticker Co kit. Why, you ask, am I using a Disney kit? Well, considering we are back planning and considering everything that is currently going on in the world, this particular week is the week that Disneyland was closed. So I thought, why not do a bit of a tribute, or why not do a bit of a ode to Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, that unfortunately has now been closed as a result of this stupid coronavirus rubbish. It was just another reason to be able to use a Disney kit. I have so many of them in my stash, and I've had this particular kit in my stash for quite some time now. So I thought it was the perfect opportunity to use it. Now, everything that I bring in this week in terms of the functional boxes, I actually believe, I'm pretty sure that it's all from the kit. Oh no, I bought in a couple of extra functional boxes from Stella Bow as well. I think I bought in like 2 or 3 just because I didn't have enough of the half boxes. So, yeah. This kit is beautiful, the art is beautiful, the colorway is beautiful, and I absolutely love that there is hollow foil details throughout, and I think that the end result turns out perfectly. Now, once again, not too much happening this week, and a lot of what I do note down is to do with either work or I guess the whole pandemic situation. So you will see that I do mark in the day that the virus was declared a pandemic, and I do also note down a couple of other things around the virus. Now, before I get into talking about the plans for this week, I just wanted to say hello. It's been a little while. How are you all? How are you all handling this awful self-isolation, working from home if you can work from home situation? I know that it's taking people a lot to adapt, and they're now saying that I think it's the 30th of June, they don't want this whole self-isolation or staying indoors thing to last any longer than that. So it'll be really, really interesting to see how that all plays out, because naturally, for anyone who lives here in Australia, our Prime Minister is basically saying that this whole thing is going to be a 6-month thing, and we may as well just get used to it. I myself am currently working from home, and to be honest, it's taking a little bit to adapt, just because the nature of the work that I do isn't something that I would ideally recommend as something that can be done from home, because it can be quite confidential, it can be very sensitive. I deal with some complex things, a lot of mental health issues, things like that, in relation to my work. And now that we're doing that from home, I don't know, it's proving challenging. Not impossible, but it's definitely taking a lot to get used to the change. And I imagine that by the time we get used to the change, this whole thing will have blown over, hopefully, one can hope, and we will be back at work and living life like normal. That is what I hope, partly because I really, really want to go on a holiday. I'm well overdue for a holiday, and I want to just go away somewhere and just forget about all of this rubbish. I mean, 2020 was meant to be like a whole new decade, whole new year, just a brand new, just a clean slate, I guess. And unfortunately for most, if not every person, it's actually been the worst year imaginable. I mean, for Australia specifically, we started with bushfires, we had floods, we had droughts, we had, all of this natural disaster type stuff, and now we're battling with a worldwide pandemic that could essentially threaten humanity as we know it. And I guess what's even scarier is what is going to be the outfall of this whole situation. Like, where are we going to be economically after this pandemic is over? It's just, I don't know, it's a lot to think about, a lot to take on board, and I mean, quite frankly, I try not to think about it where I can. I mean, every time you turn on the news or every time you scroll social media, there's something about the virus, and that, you know, showing how it's impacted someone that you know, or someone, a celebrity, or, you know, like, for example, I just saw an article yesterday that Pink and her youngest son had been diagnosed with COVID-19. They're now recovered, thankfully, but it's everywhere. So it's really, really hard to keep that positive mindset. And look, I know it sounds stupid, or it might sound cliche, or whatever it is, but if anyone does need to talk or needs to have a chat to someone, or just, you know, get stuff off their chest around all of this, then by all means, shoot me a message on Instagram at Mellow Plans, or leave something in the comments. I'm always here, and I'm always willing to help out where I can. Now, jumping into the spread, you will see that I am currently working on my sidebar. So I thought it was most appropriate to use the picture of the castle. There's no quote box for this kit, so I thought it was most appropriate to use the castle because, of course, Magic Kingdom. So that's what I used in place of my quote box this week. And then I've just, down the side there, I've brought in some Simply Gilded pink washi with some holographic bows. You will also see that across the bottom, I used some Simply Gilded washi tape. I used the pink to white ombre. I think it came in the confectionery themed subscription box. I can't remember what it was called, but I do end up changing that out just because I don't end up liking how it looks with the kit, and I just swap it out for that regular pink. And then, as per usual on the sidebar, I've just gone in and used a little sticker thief bun there to mark in my YouTube subscribers, and I've used a little Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark in my Instagram subscribers. Whilst we are talking about subscribers, guys, I am actually going to be doing a giveaway at 300 YouTube subscribers. So I think, as I am currently doing this voiceover, I think I have 263 subscribers on my channel. So if you are watching this video and you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. Please share the channel with your friends. I would really, really appreciate it. And when we hit that 300 subscribers, I will be organising an epic giveaway with some of my favourite shops and just some random bits and pieces that I love. So any help would be greatly appreciated. Now, also on the sidebar, you will see that I've put in a little half box, and I forgot to bring a little icon, and I didn't have anything on me to mark what I wanted to mark in there, but I was basically just going to put in there that the happiest place on earth was shut down, essentially, or something to that effect. With the full boxes this week, I was going to try something different. I have been watching a lot of videos from Tattooed Teacher Plans, I think the channel is called. She's a planner in Texas. She's, of course, a teacher. And I've been watching her videos, and I really, really like the way that she does things. So basically what she does is because she's a teacher, she puts all of her school commitments up the top, and depending on how much room they take up, she then lays a full box underneath that. So basically there's no real sort of strategy as to where she places her boxes. You know, she doesn't sort of evenly space them out like I normally do. It's just dependent on her plan. So if she only has 2 things on Monday, she whacks a full box underneath, and then she might have 6 things on Tuesday and then whacks a full box underneath. And I was going to try to do that, but because of the way, because I'd used the washi at the bottom, plus the Simply Gilded washi, and just with everything that I wanted to capture for this particular week, I didn't end up doing that, but we may do that in the future. We will see. I kind of want to start towards the end of 2019. I started playing around with my planner style and doing things a little bit differently, and I really enjoyed that. So, you know, I started doing things last year where I did like a white space plan, or I did a, I don't know, a husband challenge. Like, I did all these different things to just experiment with the way that I plan, and I want to sort of continue that through into 2020. So I'm thinking that in the coming weeks, at some point, I might use one of these Simply Gilded sticker kits and do a plan with me using just a Simply Gilded sticker kit. I'm thinking I may use a kit where, I don't know, something that out of the ordinary. I do want to do a couple of collaborations this year. So if anyone is interested in doing a collaboration, please drop a comment below and I will get in contact and we can have a bit of a chat about what we're going to do and when. But yeah, I want to have a bit of fun with the channel this year, whilst also ensuring that my planner remains beautiful. Because, I mean, that's the end goal, right? And it's taken me a little while to get comfortable again, because I did have a couple of issues with not really liking my spreads towards the beginning of this year, but I'm kind of I'm finding my way back now. So I'm starting to really enjoy my spreads again, which is a good thing. Okay, so I've finally organized all of my full boxes, and now I'm going to go back to Monday. So not too much happening for Monday. So the first thing that I go and mark in is of course, Coffee Monday. So I've got a little whimsical cat studio girl there with a coffee cup to denote Coffee Monday, and then I use a little like work box there from the kit to mark in work, which I will do through the remainder of the week. I then move on to Monday afternoon. You will see there's sort of some gaps and things like that that I don't fill in as I'm planning, and then I go back in and fill it in with extra washi, or, you know, I add something in that I've forgotten about. So it does end up a full spread, which is good. Along the bottom, as per normal, I'm just marking in my TV shows. So Monday through Wednesday, I watch Maths and Home and Away, and I'm going to be absolutely devastated. It's the last episode of Maths tonight, which is the 5th of April, and I don't know what I'm going to do with my life after Maths. Like, I have no idea. What am I going to watch? What's going to occupy my time for those couple of days? I am behind on Home and Away, so perhaps I can catch up on my Home and Away episodes. I think this is actually the last week that I watch Home and Away, because I think I missed an episode on the Thursday, and then I fell behind, and then I didn't watch it the following Monday, and I don't know, I couldn't keep up. You will see that for some reason now I am marking my TV shows on Wednesday in the middle box when they should be at the bottom, and I don't actually realize that I've done that until the end of the spread, and then I really can't be bothered changing everything around, so they end up just staying there, which is fine. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, realistically, it doesn't really matter about chronological order. I do prefer to do things in chronological order, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that. So, okay, so moving on to Tuesday. I know we're not quite there yet for the video, but on Tuesday I go ahead and mark in work. Sorry, I'm not even up to Tuesday. Let's go back to Monday. So Monday, I'm just laying down now. I was part of a project team this particular week where we were assisting with payments to emergency accommodation providers. So my work actually helped out with crisis accommodation for those people that were affected by the bushfires earlier in the year. And myself and I think it was 4 other people were part of the project team, and we basically had the responsibility of going through, checking all the invoices, making sure there was no duplications, and essentially paying out the outstanding balances. Excuse me. Apparently when I talk too much, my throat gets tickly and raspy, and I need to cough. So anyway, for this particular week, you will see that I mark work, and then underneath I chuck in like a little quarter box to denote said project. And I use a variation of Coffee Monsters Co. work-related munchkins. Why do I always say Coffee Monsters Co. munchkins? And once more with love emojis. I use a variation of Coffee Monsters Co. emojis to denote said project, and I basically just write in project. And then on Monday, I just used a little Oscar and Lou flat lay there to denote having uploaded my Metro City Girl planner. Plan with me. I need to find it. I'm enjoying using the flat lays, but I need to find a better way of marking my videos. Like, I want to find a more consistent way of marking my videos because I'm doing 3 a week now. And I don't know, I want a cute way of marking them. Like, I generally mark them all the same. I just want to change it up a bit. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Now we're on to Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I go ahead and mark in work with a little sticker from the kit. And as I mentioned, you will see the little Coffee Monsters Co emoji there to denote my project. I pre-filled the one for Wednesday because, as everyone knows, writing against that spine is absolutely ridiculous. And I can never write neat to save my life. So I decided to do it before placing my stickers down. However, I think that with the rest of the stickers, I didn't think that way, and I ended up actually placing the stickers down and then having to go back and write everything in after the fact. But it is what it is. So on Tuesday, after marking in that little project there, I go ahead and I use a Sticker Thief Instagram icon to mark that I did an Instagram post. I haven't posted for a couple of days actually, so I need to do that, but otherwise doing pretty well. On Tuesday afternoon, I go ahead and I use a laptop sticker from Parcel Studio to mark in that I had a YouTube binge. I don't know what I watched that particular day, but this week, just gone, my obsession has been Animal Crossing. Like, I have watched so many Animal Crossing YouTube videos, it is not even funny. I am so obsessed, and it's all I want to do. Like, I literally go onto YouTube and I type in Animal Crossing, and whatever videos come up that have like the most hits, or you know, if there's a picture of the person who's doing the filming or the streaming or whatever, I pick one and I watch, and if I enjoy them, I continue to watch like their entire series, essentially from the beginning through to wherever they are now. So if you guys are interested, definitely try YouTube. There's someone that I'm following at the moment, or someone that I just subscribed to. Her name is Nicole Marie Vera, something like that. If you type in Nicole Marie Animal Crossing, you'll find her. She is the cutest, most positive, fun person ever. Her channel is amazing. Like, I've literally watched her. I think I subscribed when she had 10,000 subscribers, and that was a couple of days ago. And I think she's now sitting at 15,500 subscribers. And literally her whole channel is just based around Animal Crossing. Anyway, I digress. So I had a YouTube binge on Tuesday afternoon, and then I marked in, of course, my TV shows. And then I don't know what I'm doing over here. Apparently this particular plan with me, I jumped all over the place. I didn't really stick with it day by day. I kind of went here, there, and everywhere. But, oh well, it is what it is. But on Wednesday, I go ahead and, of course, mark my work shift. Funnily enough, now that I look at this, I did actually mark work incorrectly, because for this particular week, because I was part of the project, I actually did an 8 a.m. to a 4 p.m. shift from Monday to Friday. But either way, it doesn't matter. Still work. And then underneath that, like I said, you'll see that I basically marked in my TV shows, which should have been at the bottom. And then what I fill in on the bottom segment of Wednesday, I use a every minute a story, a little like nap character to mark in that I had a nap. I've been having so many naps lately, guys. I'm so tired and I've been so headachy. And I think it's because I'm well and truly overdue for an eye test. So my eyes are getting really sore and they're sort of burning out, and then I'm just with working from home and the whole adapting to that and all of the issues and the fact that I'm having to sort of do things that I haven't done in 6 months for work, and it's been really stressful. So getting ready to work from home was really, really exhausting as well. So I think I don't know, I have like 1 nap a week at least at this rate. So you'll see me marking that I have a nap on Wednesday. I then go ahead and again mark in a YouTube binge. I think that particular one I was watching some more Animal Crossing live streams, but I could be mistaken. I could have just been watching Plan With Me videos. I don't know. I really want to make a more conscious effort of marking exactly what I'm watching on YouTube. But a lot of the time I forget. Like, I have this really bad habit of not actually filling in my weekly plans as I go and leaving them right until the end of the week. And that makes it very, very difficult when you are trying to memory plan. Anywho, the last thing that I mark on Wednesday is, of course, that I washed my hair, and as predicted, and as per usual, I use my cute little flower girl from Sticker Thief to denote that. Moving on to Thursday, essentially I'm just talking to you guys at this point because, as you can see, I'm just planning here, there, and everywhere. But on Thursday, you will see that I go in and mark work and, of course, the project. And then I use a little Marshmallow Studio marshmallow with a face mask, which I thought was only appropriate. I don't know when else I will ever use them. So I chose to use them this week to mark in that Thursday was the day that COVID-19 or coronavirus was labelled a pandemic. I guess with it being such an unusual situation, and I guess the fact that this is going to make history, I wanted to start detailing things that happened in relation to COVID-19. So that was kind of the start of that. And then on Thursday evening, I go ahead and use a Paper Shire nail polish to mark that I had a waxing appointment and my nail appointment, which is the last nail appointment that I had. Fast forward a month essentially, and my nails are hanging off. My waxing is like, I just look like a caveman. It's awful, but here we are. And then I go ahead, and the last thing that I mark on Thursday evening, I use a little Once More with Love munchkin there, who's like focusing and like doing the like I see you sign to mark that I went hunting for toilet paper. Unsuccessfully, mind you, but we went hunting for toilet paper. On to Friday, I go ahead and use some balloons from Celebo Sticker Co. to mark in that it is my brother Matthew's birthday. Now, my brother Matthew is no longer with us. For anyone who has been following my channel for a while, you would know that Matthew is my younger brother. He actually passed away from SIDS or cot death when he was 6 months old. I am older than him, so I was 2 when it happened. But I like to reflect on his birthday every year and sort of think about the person he would be and what he would look like and that sort of thing. So I always like to mark and celebrate his birthday. Beneath that, I use a little Once More with Love munchkin, sort of crying her eyes out to mark that Disney was closed as a result of COVID-19, which is absolutely devastating. I then continue to mark in work and the project for the remainder of the day. That doesn't make sense. For that day. And then the last thing that I chose to denote on the Friday, I used a little Sheila Sugar there hugging her pillow just to mark that I chilled on the couch while hubby was watching football. So football started that particular week. It was the first round of the NRL. Then on Saturday, I go ahead and use a croissant from Celebo Sticker Co. to mark having a croissant and coffee for breakfast. And I did not get through everything, but you'll see it all on my Instagram. But basically, I marked recording, that I had a headache. I did an Insta post, slept for a while because I had a massive headache. I marked in our NRL round. I marked the movie that we watched for Saturday. And then on Sunday, I slept in, had a Planet Zoo binge, uploaded, and washed my hair. So I've just shown you through the remainder of the kit, so I used quite a bit. And I'll do a quick little wiggle for you guys to get an idea of the foil used throughout this spread. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Apologies that I had to rush through the last couple of days, but I do hope you enjoyed the spread nonetheless. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.